Oh my gosh, guys, look who's with us. The psychic twins.
Oh my goodness.
And we're like the whole time just looking at them like in awe, so we are so excited. This is technically us. I think one of you probably should have looked like Anna. That would have been cool.
Yeah, you know what? In real life we do, but
most little kids dress up like Elsa because she has powers, but I have a good personality, so it works out.
oh yeah, yes.
I'm kidding, I love you.
So which one is the evil sister?
I think deep down me.
That's honest.
I was so
it.
quick.
You heard it.
You heard it.
You heard it. Straight
Tell it on our
horse's
sister.
mouth.
Would you have said that, Morgan?
Yes.
No, I think that we.
It depends. I
Sometimes
think
we just
It's in with us.
have rough days. I think we just have rough days sometimes.
for sure.
Yeah, we
Yes.
get it. We get it. It's a sister thing.
For sure.
Well, you guys are just adorable. We're just
So
honored
are.
to read for you. My
Thank you.
goodness.
We're so
Thank you.
excited.
Oh, bless your hearts.
Oh,
We're going to
we
read from
are
Mackenzie first. I
Yeah.
think. Mackenzie, who plays Anna. And, you know, you've got such an amazing power, honey. I mean, you've got this tremendous life force. I don't even think you realize to what extent you
That's nice.
are an influencer. You're an influencer in the world.
Thank you.
I mean, strong-willed. It's partly your astrological makeup. You're a Gemini ruled by 3 in Uranus.
The prime example, yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're there's explosive moods though, and I feel like you really work to balance that. Do you not?
Oh yes, yeah,
You know, I think balance and peace are things you will strive for in this life.
absolutely.
Because you're a complex person. You're not a simple person. And I mean, Anna's kind of simple, but you are not, my dear. I feel like you were actually both real sisters in, it feels like Yugoslavia and Germany. So I don't know if there's a connection with Germany or... Yeah.
It's so funny. Cool.
Do you feel that you guys were sisters in a past life?
We've always said.
We've always
We've
said
always
that.
said that we, even though we're 5.5 years apart, that we feel like twins. Like
Wow.
we
Always
feel
say that.
like twins.
Wow, and you don't
I
look
get
5.5
that.
years apart. But isn't
not at all.
that neat
Not at all.
that you have that symbiotic sister connection? I love that.
Yeah, we've always felt like we were on like the same
You are.
wavelength.
You
know,
are.
Despite just being sisters, like
The telepathic connection. You almost
Yes.
don't need to talk.
absolutely.
And that's why you improv so well together. These guys are hilarious. I mean, we love them. You've got to check out some of their funny videos if you're not familiar.
Funny frozen
Thank you.
videos.
Amazingly talented. And I feel like, you know what I feel is that you're writing a script now, or you're going to be working on writing a script, and it feels like a film, and it's going to do very well. Are you working on it now?
I am. I'm
Comedic.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yep. It's going to do well. I think it's going to take a while to get sort of picked up in terms of backing, and
For sure.
be very patient with that process.
And you might even direct.
I think I got directing.
Yeah.
I wrote it here.
I love directing.
Ah,
Okay.
well,
So
you're a
I
natural.
feel like you're kind of doing everything.
you.
You're acting in it, you're writing, you're directing, you're doing everything.
Everything. Wearing a lot of hats. But,
That's funny.
You
That's
know,
funny.
you're both crystal children, and did you know that?
Yes, she says it every day.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. We always
just
talk-
freaked
yeah. My mom used to tell me when I was little about indigo children.
Indigos,
And so,
yes.
but
Who are
Morgan,
getting older than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Morgan kind of explains crystal children.
yes. Oh, wow.
We're like,
Yeah. I said that. I sent that to my mom and said that's crazy.
that's so weird.
I say that all the time. But I thought there was a differentiation between indigo
Well, yeah.
and crystal.
There is.
Big
There
difference.
is. There is. Actually, indigos are a little older. They were born from around 1990 to the present. Crystals, 1995, say, to the present. But there are crystals there are people who are born before 1995 who are actually crystals. And I think you would qualify for that.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. There's very subtle differences. Indigos have a stronger temperament. They tend to be very willful
They're more
and use their
angry.
anger to break down existing structures that aren't working, and I feel like you actually have that going on more than Morgan, Mackenzie. So,
Yeah, but you use your anger and your passion to really make a difference in the world, and I feel like you're very much of a leader. Both of you are.
oh,
But
tremendous leaders.
you're really going to make a huge difference in the anti-bullying campaign that we know.
I
you're part
love
of.
it. I love
And
it.
boy, we are backing you all the way, girl. Because,
Oh my God.
we've been there, so we know what that's like.
That's courageous.
What was it feels like a trauma that happened in early childhood, age 3, 6, or 7 for you. What was it?
7, 8.
Like that I was in, like, around.
Yes.
There was a lot of stuff with my parents.
Yeah, a little bit of turmoil in the family.
Our whole family household was just it was bad for a while.
A lot of combustion and
absolutely
temperaments.
There was a couple of like specific episodes where things were just bad, and it was like, I mean, she remembers better than I do, but where she would have to like take care of me in these times.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
How wonderful you were there for her.
Yeah.
She's the best big sister. She really is.
Yeah. You know, I would imagine that she was.
That was her baby.
You have different missions. I mean, different life paths, but you really are always going to be so close. And I think because of that early training, very often Crystal and Indigo children come in with a lot of difficulty, a big challenge early in life, so they can learn compassion. They can learn forgiveness.
That's right, and to be really resilient. You guys are so resilient, and you just moved here, and I feel like you're going to do very well. I think that you are an empath, Mackenzie, which means that you feel the energy and the feelings of others, the emotions. Do you take them on like a sponge?
Super sensitive.
Yeah. That is so true.
You want to protect your auric field or the energy around you. So what I want you to do is sort of imagine like a Disney cartoon, a color. It could be white or silver or gold energy, whatever feels comfortable. We use silver with mirrors reflecting out because you want to let negative energy bounce off of you.
Okay. Okay.
That'll help a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you don't want to cut off your psychic ability. You know, it's a good thing that you're sensitive because that means you're more psychic, and that's a gift.
It's a blessing and a curse, they say, a blessing and a curse, but I think you will make it turn into more of a blessing for other people as well. Not just yourself, but for others. And that's you were both born into this world with that kind of a purpose of helping others. And you've through your own suffering.
Yeah, you've overcome so many challenges already, and you're still so young. So really acknowledge yourself, and, you know, I don't think you're sabotaging yourself as much now.
No.
And I also want to say that when you have mood swings or any kind of depression, that could include bipolar, I really feel that diet can play a role in healing that.
So, oh my gosh,
Is this true?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you found this to be true? What would you suggest to viewers if they're depressed?
Well, my way of being depressed is always, what's always helped me was create and write and things of that nature. But I always have a bad tendency of when I get depressed, I do turn to food.
Emotional eating.
Yeah, emotional eating. And it's like, she even said to me last night, she was like, we should really try and eat healthier. And I got so offended about it. And she was like, no, I mean like, spiritually, mentally, like she was just, you know, saying all these things. So I definitely, I agree. I think with anyone out there that's dealing with depression or anything like that, it's like mind over matter. I know that's so hard to say, but at the same time, it's like what kept me going and on my feet was always writing and creating and trying to get my mind in a different place.
And that's wonderful.
That's so true.
Luckily, some of the best things that I've ever done came from those dark times. Was like, yeah. So the darkness fuels us. Like it does with creating. Well, and that sounds so bad, but like in our darkest hours, I feel like there will be a hint of a burst of energy, and I'm like, okay, this is the next idea, and then I write it out, and the next day I'm like, this is what I'm doing, and then it works.
Brilliant.
What I always found was right after my biggest, most awful migraines and depression, I would make the best paintings I've ever made. You know what I mean? It was this weird. In Buddhism, it's called Hindoko Yaku, or poison and medicine, and it's like right after just like wanting to kill myself, I would create this amazing painting.
That's true.
And it would be like the best I've ever done. So it's
So
like
true.
that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a dark light. You know, it's like we can't have the light without the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
say
darkest
that
before
all
it's
the
dawn.
time. I always say
dark
that.
is say that?
I always say that.
So do we.
Wow,
I
you're a
always
true
say
Buddha.
that.
That's a Buddhist principle.
Buddha.
I always.
Well, go ahead and ask us anything.
I think so. For past lives, that's kind of what you saw me and Morgan. Did you see anything? Like, I know this sounds weird, but I've always kind of felt connected to old Hollywood, and I don't know why. Even though I wasn't as interested into it for a long time, I just always kind of felt connected to it, or just really theater performing in general.
Fascinating.
Because my grandmother really got us into like Andrew
Did
Lloyd
she?
Webber at a very young age.
Wow.
So that's like
How lucky.
second. Yeah, we're very lucky because of that. But it's like second nature.
Interesting. I don't see your having had a past life in Hollywood per se.
But you
But
were an actress. in
An
past life.
actress, a thespian. Absolutely, you did theater work.
Yes.
Feels like it
Same.
was in England.
I felt that too. I felt England.
I think you were a female in that life. And it does feel like it was a few centuries ago. It feels almost like you even did some Shakespeare.
I can't believe I was
That's
literally
so funny.
just thinking Shakespeare. I was hearing Shakespeare.
My mom's a
just now.
huge.
Mom
It is you
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare fan.
My mom
Isn't that
loves
neat?
it.
She loves Shakespeare.
You know, she's a wonderful lady. Isn't she a supportive soul?
She's incredible.
Spiritual,
She's-
kind.
Yeah.
Did she
Because
do
I get
any
a real-
acting?
She was going to.
Was she?
She was going to, but then she ended up painting backdrops for sets and stuff like that. My mom's very visually.
Very
She's a
artistic.
photographer. Yeah, photographer,
An
all
artist.
kinds of stuff.
Oh my
Super
gosh, it's like
artist.
our mom.
that's
And she's the
She
whole
almost
reason
acted.
we got into theater.
I believe that.
So,
That's so
cool.
She's incredibly artistic.
That's so neat.
You guys do so much with acting.
I know.
and These guys dress up like every day.
It feels like it.
And
They
go to
feel
Disney.
Sleep with a wig on.
more themselves in costume than out, and we can understand that. They are very special. You know, they're saying that you blame yourself for something that happened a while back. You don't have to tell us what it was.
Could it be the trouble with your parents that you blamed yourself as a young child? That would be very normal.
I think with that, not as much. I know, I think there's certain things that have happened in high school.
Okay.
And people with that. And yeah, there was a lot of turmoil between my parents, and I did.
Yeah.
You know, actually, yeah, you're right. You're actually right. There was a time when I was really little that I, like 7 years old, that I felt like I caused a lot of drama between my parents.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you're right. And I'm thinking high school, but yeah,
But
you're so right.
you didn't cause it, and you
No, it
can
wasn't
change
your
that
fault.
conversation. It wasn't your fault at all.
that's
But it's very
refreshing.
common to blame ourselves as kids if
Yeah.
our parents divorce or separate or fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's very common. You know, it is not your fault at all.
Yeah, not at all, sweetie. Let it go.
I hear that a lot.
I bet you do. That must get really old.
We don't even say it anymore, right?
Well, why don't we sing it? No.
We get
probably
sued
get,
for
like,
copyright
sued.
infringement.
Yeah, YouTube's cracking down.
Yeah, they are. But I think you try to compensate for that sort of self-blame or guilt by
do.
being super driven, driving yourself too hard.
Yeah.
And boy, we can relate to you with that. And you both do it a little bit, but especially you, Mackenzie. So try to pull it back, make sure you're always relaxing, making some time to recharge and enjoy your life. And I love that you're creative, but don't make it be such a hard driving, has to happen now, I have to finish that, has to be perfect. I understand the perfectionism thing, and I suffered with that for a long time. I still do.
Right.
So I'm just, from one perfectionist to another, I'm just saying, give yourself a little breathing room. Your dreams are on their way. They really are. I sound like a Disney princess. I'm coming.
You're like our fairy godmothers.
That's
Like,
amazing.
if we had fairy godmothers, our characters, they would look like this.
Is that right?
I think they
I
would.
love
Yeah.
it. Oh, I'm
that's
flattered.
very, yes, that's very flattering.
So happy.
High praise.
Who is it's like I keep getting the name Ryan or Brian. Who's Ryan or Brian?
Ryan was his name. It's
Ryan.
spelled like Ryan.
Okay.
But I do have a brother named Ryan as well.
Oh, a brother? Okay.
Yeah, but we don't
Oh,
really,
really? Okay.
associate or anything
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
But who's Ryan? Oh, you don't need to tell us who Ryan is.
Ryan was it was an ex of mine. Yeah, before I moved out.
No wonder he kept coming in.
Yeah, I keep dreaming about him.
Do you?
Is that right?
You know, I think he thinks a lot about you. And he does. He does.
Probably
And
not dreaming about
I think
it.
he feels kind of guilty about what happened.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
He should. I'm the cold one. So we're such a
Ooh, burn.
That's funny.
Freezer burn there.
It was a nightmare. Yeah, that was. It was tough.
Sorry you had to go through that. It was kind of a rite of passage, you know.
Absolutely.
An initiation, you know.
Yeah.
You know, no wonder I kept hearing from your spirit guides, you know, she was hurt, but she is going to rebound and just be very patient with the dating process out here. Isn't easy.
Yeah, it's
In LA. You know, all the guys are dating each other mostly. But,
gay out or straight out
Gay
of
out of LA.
gay out of
gay out
LA.
of LA. Wow. Yeah, true.
Yep, and so
Yeah.
just very patient, just know, you know, this is just something I need to go through, right? It's just part of your, you know, your training, you know, as a young lady out here. I think you have some boyfriends coming, some of which are very nice, and I think, do you see marrying?
I see marriage for you
At some
in
point.
your 20s, actually, for both of you. I see both of you marrying in
What?
your 20s.
Definitely, and children for both of you.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
We always talk about when we have kids because we have 2 cats right now.
Oh, do you?
They're our kids right now. They're
I love it.
Good practice. That's good practice.
What are their names?
Hamilton and Regina.
I love it.
They're super sophisticated. They're
They
Persian.
are.
that's funny.
Yeah, they're great.
That is Persian.
They're Persians. Yeah.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
Yeah, full blood, like champion. Like
Isn't
they're
that
great.
You're going to be a great mom. You really
Thank
will
you.
be.
I hope so.
Well, we have had so much fun reading you, Mackenzie.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you're adorable.
And now,
I did have one question.
Go ahead.
One more. So,
Sure, go
like,
ahead.
I do, like you said, like the mini hats thing.
Yes.
I also do music. I'm pursuing stand-up comedy right now.
You have a
and-
beautiful singing voice.
Thank you.
Amazing
Thank
voice.
you.
wow.
So gifted.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Really.
And I just don't, I'm not really sure, and you mentioned the directing and stuff, so I literally,
Yes.
all 3 of them I love so much. And
You're
I'm
going to
just,
do all of them.
Okay.
Why not? She was getting
Okay, well, I was like, I don't know if like should I lean towards more one, because I'm equally doing all
Good
of
question.
them.
Which
Good
one do
question.
you feel more excited and passionate about in your heart?
Oh.
Can't choose?
I think stand-up comedy is probably the most rewarding.
Okay, that's
and
hard.
and the scariest at the same time.
Very scary.
Directing is the easiest. It comes naturally to me, like you even said.
Wow.
And writing.
Oh, sorry, Emma.
Oh, it's okay. But also music. There's something about writing music and singing that's very
Cathartic.
fulfilling. Yeah, it's very like I get closure with it, and there's nothing like I write about. Yeah, it's very
It
healing.
heals you. Yeah.
So
Well,
love
I
it.
We
really
understand
feel
that.
like you're going to do more acting, and I think the stand-up, if you don't mind touring, could pay very well.
Yeah, that's what I
The
wanna do.
stand-ups that tour and do college tours and universities really do very
Do
well.
very well.
And it's also a platform where it's a venue where critics can come out and see you, producers can come out and see you, and I think that might be a way to go, is the stand-up, because you can really
so.
launch into acting from there.
Yeah.
You know, so I would start with that.
And get a good agent who can book you on college tours or things like that.
Okay.
That are more reliable money-wise.
Okay.
Very good. I mean, we did a little stand-up very hard
Terrifying.
to do. Yeah.
It is terrifying. I think
It's my hat's off to you that you can
Thank
get
you.
up and by yourself in front of an audience. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. It really is.
It's fun though, but thank you.
Yeah.
That's I just
Absolutely.
so am I still gonna kind of do music? I'm just gonna keep
Oh
doing
yes,
it.
You-
You're
I
gonna
want you to keep
absolutely.
doing
In
it.
fact, I saw you in a musical.
Oh,
So I
good.
hope you're auditioning.
I miss it so
I know.
much.
I see you doing a
we'll
musical.
be doing a
yeah.
musical.
You have like a Broadway voice, honest to God.
Thank you.
So
It's really, really good. And so
Mm.
I don't see you necessarily going to New York and doing that whole spiel, you know.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
but
think
traveling,
that, yeah, I
definitely.
think that you will do even a tour I'm seeing. I'm feeling more recording for you. Okay. So sing your heart out, girl. And I mean all your life you're going to be singing. You. Yeah, you're going to be doing it all your life.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
you guys are amazing. Oh my God.
We love you.
We love you. You guys are amazing.
You are too, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this. And next video is going to be Elsa's reading. So let's see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.